Well, that was a tune called The Tree in the Gap, because there's a very famous tree in England, in Northumberland, a sycamore tree that sits in a gap in Hadrian's Wall. And it's quite iconic, this tree, because I think it was featured in Kevin Costner's film Prince of Thieves. But this is a tree that stood there for 300 years, a sycamore tree. And it's one of those things that, well, when you visit the area, you can't help but notice it. You drive along the main road and you see the tree in the distance, and you can see Hadrian's Wall dropping down and rising up. And this tree's right in the centre, and it's certainly very famous in the UK. And sadly, the other evening, some idiot chopped it down. Now, nobody can figure out why. It seems to complete act of vandalism, and it's been a shock. It's been in the main newspapers, it's been on the news, it's been everywhere, because this tree was rather special. It was something that people have looked at, photographed over the years, and it's just been a special landmark. I remember when I went to Hadrian's Wall a few years ago, stayed there for the week. Every day we used to see this sycamore tree standing there, quite resolute by itself, in this, as I say, this like gap in Hadrian's Wall. And it was quite iconic. And it's such a shame now that it's no longer there. So that's why I wrote this tune, which is why I felt that you might find it interesting. The tune itself is meant to be very sad, but the B section, I've tried to lift it slightly, because I believe there is some chance in the stump that there might be fresh growth. Sometimes a tree, when you chop it down, as you probably know, from the stump can be fresh branches and fresh growth coming up from the stump. So there is some hope that it might survive, but of course it's going to take another 300 years before it actually gets to the same stage it was before. And I doubt it will ever have one single trunk, because generally when a tree's like that, it tends to grow into a number of different trunks. But there's a tune, Tree in the Gap. That's the story behind the tune. I wrote this the other evening because I felt so sad that we've lost such a wonderful landmark because of somebody's complete and utter idiocy. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.